I spent the last few months testing out every single laptop in Apple's 2026 lineup, from the $600 MacBook Neo all the way up to the M5 Max MacBook Pro. And after testing all these out, I've seen some of them that really shine and some of them that are definitely overkill. And I gotta say, we're no longer in a world where a MacBook is just a MacBook. Apple has really split the line into 3 different tiers, and today I'm gonna show you exactly which one fits into your workflow based on my testing with all of these. And before we go any further, I need to give a huge shout out to B&H for loaning me tons of computers to test out so I could see which ones really outshine the others and help you decide where you might be just spending more money than you need to. If you're looking for a MacBook, be sure to check out B&H for the best sale prices, and also be sure to check out their Paybu credit card where you can save a little bit of money as well. So there's really 3 main tiers with the MacBook. The first one is the mobile class MacBook Neo, which is the entry-level gateway into Mac OS. Next, you've got the MacBook Air, which is the efficiency powerhouse. And finally, we've got the Pro class, the MacBook Pro, M5 Pro, and M5 Max, which is really a mobile workstation. Let's talk about all these devices. First, we've got the MacBook Neo, which is kind of like the iPhone of laptops. What's really impressive about the Neo and what surprised me is this has the same premium Apple build quality. It feels very sturdy, it's got great colors, and it's still super thin. Once you start to use this though, you do notice that there's compromises compared to the other ones. The main compromise Apple made with this is the fact that it has an A series chip, the A18 Pro, which was actually originally designed for an iPhone. This is great for battery life, and it actually runs Mac OS surprisingly well, but it does run into hiccups whenever you start to do a lot of multitasking or changing back and forth between applications or even having lots of apps open at the same time. The A18 Pro is really a mobile chip first. It's got 60 gigabytes a second of memory bandwidth, which is less than half of the MacBook Air. Also, the SSD is about 1/4 of the speed as the MacBook Air, 1/8 of the speed of the MacBook Pro. So once you start to run a ton of applications and the 8 gigabytes of RAM on this fills up, the swap memory, so where this is using the SSD as RAM, is really gonna be limited. The 8 gigabytes of RAM is probably the biggest deal breaker for the MacBook Neo. You can't upgrade it to 16 gigabytes of RAM. And last year in 2025, Apple kind of confessed that macOS really needs 16 gigabytes to run with Apple Intelligence and all the background functions that are going on macOS now. 8 gigabytes is really a one task at a time experience, and it runs fine. I was able to run anything I wanted to on the MacBook Neo, but when I compared this side by side with the MacBook Air, I could definitely tell this was quite a bit slower, and I felt it giving those micro stutters when switching applications or even just when doing things like scrolling around. Also, this has a couple of other trade-offs that help you save money, like you only get the Touch ID button if you buy the more expensive 512 gigabyte model. It starts at 256 gigabytes of storage. There's no backlighting on the keyboard. The USB ports are slower, and the display quality is not quite as good as the MacBook Air. I will say in a vacuum by itself, the MacBook Neo still functions fine. The display on it looks just fine. It works great. It's an awesome computer for doing day-to-day basic computer tasks. Like if you just want to browse the web, watch videos, write emails, do some light office work and student tasks, this is gonna be just fine. But next we need to move up to the M5 MacBook Air, because the limitations of the Neo to me make this a hard sell unless you're really strapped for cash. One of the other big cons to the MacBook Neo is the fact that you can only keep this plugged into one external display at a time. The MacBook Air is crazy because you can actually do the built-in display and 2 external displays on it, which is incredible to have that in a MacBook Air. To me, the Air is really the sweet spot for most people because Apple has upgraded it to start with 16 gigabytes of RAM. It's got a 512 gigabyte SSD in it. And the biggest thing you notice when you move up from the Neo to the Air isn't necessarily speed, but it's responsiveness, because the M5 chip is built for macOS multitasking, and the 16 gigabytes of RAM is what Apple admitted computers need to start with in 2026. So everything from opening apps to switching between multiple tabs just feels a lot more instantaneous than the MacBook Neo does. It just feels snappier to use it. I found the Neo is great for just running a browser on it, but the Air actually has overhead for real work. And what surprised me about both the M4 and now this M5 MacBook Air is whether you're doing video editing, running large spreadsheets, or if you're just keeping multiple applications like Slack open while you're in a browser, the Air is not gonna break a sweat. One of the greatest strengths of the Air, and I guess the Neo too, is the fact that they've got a fanless design, which means it's completely silent so you don't have to worry about any distracting fan noise. This is gonna be great whether you're a writer or a student, but the fan can also be a drawback because since there's no active cooling, It's going to throttle whenever you're doing a longer export or render. So if you start to do tasks over 10 to 15 minutes long, it will significantly slow down. Or if you're running things like exporting a bunch of photos from Lightroom, I found the MacBook Air significantly underperforms compared to even the base M5 MacBook Pro. This still has a lot of other great features though, like it's got the MagSafe port for charging it, backlit keys, Thunderbolt 4 for keeping multiple external displays plugged in. It's got 153 gigabytes a second of bandwidth. This is just a great all-around computer that has everything you need, and you can get it either in the 13-inch or the 15-inch size. So if you don't want to get a MacBook Pro, you can still get a bigger screen if you like. Next, let's talk about the MacBook Pro. And this gets kind of confusing because there's tons of different MacBook Pros available. First, let's talk about the base M5 MacBook Pro. This is a few $100s more expensive than the Air. It runs a slightly improved chip that has 10 GPU cores on it, but it's still got the same 16 gigabytes of RAM, although it now starts with a 1 terabyte SSD. The main upgrades this has is the Pro Body, a 120 hertz ProMotion XDR display. It's actually double the brightness of that of the Air. It's also got an HDMI port on the side, an extra Thunderbolt port, and an SD card slot on it. So this is great if you want to have the improved screen, the better speakers, but if you don't need the massive memory bandwidth boost that the M5 Pro and the M5 Max chips have. I gotta say though, if you're looking at buying a MacBook Air and you wanna use this for more intensive tasks, or really you're looking to get more than just a better screen and better speakers, I recommend most users who are doing heavy creative work go up and get the M5 Pro. This chip gives 30% faster performance than the M4 Pro, and it also gives much improved performance over the M5. And any task that feels okay on the Air, like running 8K exports, or if you're doing massive code compilation, it's gonna become significantly faster on the M5 Pro MacBook Pro. Also, the M5 Pro starts with 24 gigabytes of RAM, and it has 307 gigabytes a second of memory bandwidth, which just means the RAM is gonna be able to talk even faster to the chip. So the chip's not gonna be waiting for data, it's just processing it. So for real world creative output, this is where the gains are most tangible. And also the M5 Pro upgrades the ports from Thunderbolt 4 to Thunderbolt 5, which goes from 40 gigabits a second of bandwidth all the way up to 80 gigabits a second of bandwidth. And it goes all the way up to 120 gigabits. So it's even boosted to allow you to keep multiple external displays plugged into one port. After using all these, to me, the M5 Max MacBook Pro is simply not worth the extra cash. It's overkill. Yes, it has 614 gigabytes a second of memory bandwidth, which is double the M5 Pro, but for most video editing or design tasks, you're not gonna notice a difference between the M5 Pro and the M5 Max. Really, the only people who should buy the M5 Max are if you're doing heavy local AI training running LLMs, or if you're doing 3D simulations where the memory bandwidth is actually gonna be a bottleneck. If you're not hitting those walls, then you're really just buying a Ferrari to go to the grocery store. So after talking about all of these, which one should you get? The MacBook Neo is really for you if you're just looking to do browser-based work, if you need a computer for school tasks, recipes, printing things, handling documents, browsing the web, this is gonna be a great option for you. But I would say you should skip the Neo if you really wanna use the computer all day, every day, or if you're using it a lot. If you wanna do heavy multitasking, run more than one application at a time, or if you're getting into any paid creative work, you really need to go up and get the MacBook Air. My personal recommendation with the MacBook Air is also upgrade from the 16 gigabytes of RAM to the 24 gig model because you get a better GPU with it. And the 24 gigabytes is just gonna be even snappier over the course of the lifetime that you have the computer. Also, the 15-inch M5 MacBook Air is an amazing computer. It's got an awesome display on it with a lot more screen real estate. If you're doing applications where there's a lot of windows open on the side, then I really recommend upgrading and getting the 15-inch instead. Next, let's talk about the Pro. Who should get the MacBook Pro? Get the base M5 MacBook Pro. If you want to have the improved screen and the better speakers, the extra ports, those are really the only reason to get that. But I would say if you're going to get a MacBook Pro, most people should spend a few $100s more to get the M5 Pro chip instead of the M5, because that's going to give you faster exports, faster renders, and it'll run better with the two fans it has versus the single fan that the M5 MacBook Pro has. I would say most people just stay away from the M5 Max. It's gonna be overkill for you. You're really not gonna need to spend the extra money on the power that chip has, because most people aren't even gonna be able to take advantage of the speed it has to offer. So after using all these computers, I would say only get the MacBook Neo if you really need to save money and you just wanna get into the Apple ecosystem. If you want a computer that feels quite a bit faster, get the MacBook Air. This is gonna last you a long time. And if you need the best balance of price to performance, get the M5 Pro MacBook Pro. To me, that's the real sweet spot. Unless you're an AI researcher or doing tons of 8K footage or 3D rendering, save your money and skip the M5 Max chip. If you're interested in checking out any of these computers, I'll have links to buy them all in the description below. Be sure to check at B&H for the best prices. And again, a huge shout out to B&H for loaning me so many computers so I could have really great data for this video. If you need any personalized help picking out a Mac, visit my website, adamtalkstech.com/Mac, where I'm happy to give you a hand.